So I just got home and I noticed these pretty little flowers are blooming. Might be a weed, I don't know. But I've decided that I'm going to pull them up because look, they have like little bulbs. I'm going to pull some of these suckers up and put them in a pot and see if I can grow something. So these are all the ones I pulled up, and it turned out my avocado was not alive. Remember how excited I was about the green and the little buds down here? Nope. So I'm pulling the avocado out and I'm going to plant these in there. Just because. I dug up a few more and I went ahead and decided to put them in this little pot. I had some aloe vera pups that did not do well. Went ahead and pulled the pups out and put these in here, and as I was digging them up I realized they were coming up through rocks and not the most hospitable of growth environment. So if they can't survive in some potting soil, there's something wrong with them. But I think they're pretty. I thought they were bluebonnets at first, but y'all know me in purple. These are awesome. I must Google and see what they are. Hola guys, happy Wednesday, and I'm trying to make it one. I'm outside in nature because all that singing at dinner yesterday, remember I told you I don't trust Happy? Well, leave it to me. I got some understandable but stressful news at work, and I'll fill you guys in when little pictures aren't around. But I came home and immediately just started fiddling around in the yard because it really relaxes me. And currently what I'm up to is mutilating this remainder of aloe. Remember the aloes I tried to repot to see if they'd grow? This one particular was all mushy and red in the middle. Well, I went ahead and cut off all the surviving limbs because look at all the little pups on this one. So I'm just gonna let it do its natural thing, and I'm gonna repot it as is. Hopefully I didn't damage anything by chopping off all the other bits, but there are the bits. That's all that was left of my gorgeous aloe, and I feel really sad, but maybe this will come back. So I'm going to repot it, and hopefully these little pups will turn into a lovely junior plant. So I'm going to take advantage of this old soil that I took out of many pots. There are some weeds in here that I need to dig out, but I don't feel like it. I'm going to let nature do what nature does and fend for itself. But I'm going to use this soil for this root and pups in this pot. Okay guys, so I got wrote up for attendance. I totally get it. I'm not one of those people who is going to act like poor me. It's not my fault. The world is so against me. I'm not, even though I joke around about somebody having a voodoo doll of me. I did not expect the blood pressure issue to make me miss 2 days of work. I did not expect to be in a car accident. They're marking me the 2 days I was out, the Monday and Tuesday right after the accident, where me and little dude were running to the doctors. I called in because I had told her the minute when it happened on Saturday, a few hours later, I immediately sent her pictures of the accident and told her we'd been in a pretty bad accident and we hadn't gone to the hospital, but we're starting to feel aches and pains, and I think for our safety I need to get us into the doctor on Monday. And she said, okay, fine, take care of yourself. I'm so sorry that happened. Very understanding, but those 2 days, that Monday and Tuesday, are part of my write-up. Just the same with the emergency room. I got to work. I went to the emergency room from work. They didn't clear me until 3 days later. They wanted me stabilized, and one of those 3 days was part of that write-up. So I'm just like, what the heck? There has to be 5 incidences for this to become a write-up. Now, one of them, honestly, it was a call-in because little dude was sick. It was a nosebleed explosion thing, and when that happens, he needs to go into his ENT, or at the very least needs to be just monitored at home and ice packed, and it's a whole thing with this nose of his. But let me get up. Oh, because big girls ain't got no business being squatty down like that. Whew, for too long. But I got my plant potted. But anywho, they conveniently made 5 absences, and conveniently right around the time I sent an email asking about FMLA, because more than likely I'm gonna need surgery. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything, okay? But I am trying to be the responsible employee and let my boss know I may be out of commission for a while. I need to get on some FMLA. And you guys, I swear, I'm flashing back to that old job situation where I went to apply for FMLA, and lo and behold, that will bye-bye. I just don't trust anybody right now. I don't. So I got really upset. I'm sorry. This is playing out like it played out at that job. Trying to get all my ducks in a row, trying to do what I need to do to make sure I'm taken care of, to make sure my job is taken care of, and the powers that be right after find issue. Like I said, I understand I have had attendance issues, but you're using an ER visit, a medical condition that our hospital took care of me for, that there is record of my not being cleared to return to work, and a car accident that I immediately gave notice to my boss about. What was I supposed to do? Come to work all pained? And as a matter of fact, I did. She even said, when I came back, I was off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when I went in, she walked in, she goes, "Melissa, what are you doing here?" If it were me and I'd been in an accident that bad, I'd have stayed home all week long. So when it's us, she's real compassionate, real understanding. But because her bosses are looking at her employees' attendance, she has to do what she has to do. She has her job, I have my job. Like I said, I'm not asking for anything special. I'm preparing for the same scenario. It's just playing out the same way. And right before I left today, she sent me all of the contact information for HR for what I need to do to get my FMLA started. And I'm thinking, what's the point? What's the point of even getting it all started, of getting my doctors notified, of getting the form signed? What's the point? Because, I mean, this is just a write-up, but it specifically stated if I have one more call-in, I can be terminated at will, okay? So let's say I wake up all effed up, can't function, and have to call in. That's it. That's it. It's the same situation. So the only option I have is to not have anything bad happen ever again until September 30th, when it goes off record and then you start fresh. As long as I schedule, like if I have doctor's appointments, whatever, that's fine. But call-ins, you can't prepare for a car accident. You can't prepare for a rush to the ER. You can't prepare for a kid waking up with his nose gushing. You can't prepare for your mom falling. You can't prepare for these things. You can't. And that's the only time, granted, a lot of times that I've been off work. I don't just wake up mornings and be like, I don't feel like going to work today. I don't know. Like I said, she has her job, I have my job. But at this point, I'm just like, what's the point of even pursuing FMLA paperwork when something's going to happen and I have to call in and it's a done deal? Or they could decide on their own. I don't know. I don't know the ins and outs of all this, and I'm too tired to have one more thing on my plate. Insurance fell off my plate, and this ended up on my plate. I'm still trying to focus on getting the neurosurgeon set up, the endo set up for the thyroid thing. There's a lot going on. All I can do is go day by day, pray that it's not the same situation as at that other job. Pray that nothing dumb happens between now and September 30th that I can't plan for. And that if I do wake up all jacked up, missing an eye, limb broken, squirting out an organ, that I can drag my fluffy butt to work and just sit there until they release me and tell me to go home. Because that's basically the only options I have left. But anywho, I came home, started puttering around in the yard, which is what we did yesterday. Little dude was such a help in the yard yesterday. He was out here sawing limbs and stuff. He had a lot of fun with that. So I'm like, oh, he's gonna be my little yard helper. But yesterday wasn't necessarily stressful. I just got caught up in yard work, and it was really fun. We got a lot done. And today I just came out here because I need to, because I want to be around pretty things, even if it's muddy and gross out here. Slowly things are growing and trying to come back to life, and I need that. I need to see that. So I just gotta lay down and talk to God and say what I always say: your will be done. Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. You already had this planned for me from before I was born, okay? Every crazy, not again, really, Mel, thing that happens to me was already written. And I just need him to hold my hand and guide me through and not let me go crazy behind it all. But I was lazy today. I went and got pizza. I went and got little dude a pizza. And that's what he's eating. Man, just holding this little phone. It's not the phone, it's me holding my arms out. Is really starting to burn my back. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put this little aloe over here with the other pots of things I'm hoping will grow. I don't know what I'm doing out here. I'm just trying. But yeah, little dude is out here. He ate his pizza and came back out here. He might have heard some of what I was saying. I don't like him to hear these kinds of things because he has anxiety with the whole autism thing. And he becomes anxious when I'm anxious. So I don't know how much he heard, but he seems pretty happy running around. So him and the cat. Our little doggy friend has not come out today. I did have to work late though, because I went to drop off the car this morning for the paint chips, and I made up those 2 hours. Now I did advise her of that. Thankfully, I did tell her I'm going to be, as soon as they told me of my appointment, I emailed her and she was like, that's fine. And she did explain. She goes, even if you tell me a day before you have an appointment, if you find out, oh, I have an appointment tomorrow, they give you last minute notification. She goes, that's fine. I can put it on the calendar. It's the call-ins that HR is looking at. I said, okay, fine. I'm going to shut up because I'm going to straighten up a little out here and then go inside because it's so little chilly. You guys, they put me in a friggin' Prius until I go and get my car. This car, to be so small, drives like a friggin' tank. Like, and then it's electric, and you have to do some weird little thing. It's not a stick shift, but it may as well be because it confuses the snot out of me. I want my car. I'm ready to have my car back, but it's going to be super pretty when they get it. And they may have to keep it a little longer because it's been overcast, and apparently when they do the paint, they have to work in bright, sunny conditions to make sure that everything matches correctly. That's what I was told. So they're giving me the car until the 31st, just in case. But let me make sure that this little ragamuffin ate. Are you sure you ate enough? Okay. So, I'm going to go in.
Really?
You want to stay here a little longer? Well, let me straighten up some. I'm going to straighten up some. I'll see you guys in a bit. I did take some footage yesterday. We were out and about yesterday. Saw an accident that really upset me. Every accident that I've been seeing lately makes me cry. Makes me pray, and then it makes me cry. I'm just very anxious about it, and we saw a doozy yesterday. We brought little dude to Brahms for helping me out so well in the yard, and we see this. It takes me back to 2 weeks ago. It's so nerve-wracking. It's so sad. I just prayed.
Didn't the fire engine come 2 hours?
Yeah, baby. We had...
There's not even a fire. Why is there a fire?
Fire engines always come. Fire people. So sad. I know what they're in for. I'm still going through it. And apparently someone in that black car is hurt. Airbags deployed. It does. It takes me back. Makes me want to cry because I know what they're feeling. They're in pain. They're scared. They're shocked. It's terrible. It's terrible. You just pray for them and pray for healing. Pray that God comforts them in their fear and in their anxiety.
One person they tried to get out though.
It's just sad. Anywho, thanks for listening. And I know some of you guys are going to pray for me. Thank you. For real. For real. Thank you. But I'll see you guys again to see what else I get myself into. Well, the sun done set on me. This is the little tree little dude chopped up on. He chopped off that really long limb, and then he reached and pulled and trimmed and clipped quite a few off, because this was all wild with little limbs and branches and stuff. We kind of cleaned it up. We can still use a little more, but he did an excellent job yesterday. And then over here on my birdie tree, he did the same. He held some of the limbs down while I clipped, and he did a pretty darn good job all around here with a little handsaw. Yep, he did pretty darn good. I think we can trim off a few. We might be able or should trim off a few more, but he did a good job. My little dude is becoming a man. What I plant in here, guys? Red chilies. Oh, the red ones. Okay. One itsy bitsy little baby. But not a thing with the sweet peppers or my lemons this year so far. Look at these beautiful colored pots. I love them. There's no drainy holes. But look at the colors. And then look at the seeds. I'm so tempted to try them. Then I saw this thing. Garden tool hanger. I thought that would be cool for the garage. But I don't know if it's adhesive or if there's screws in here. I don't see any screws. But that's a nice little thing. Look how pretty. We could definitely use some new ones for the garage, over the garage. I'm at Dollar Tree because I got the urge to be creative for one of my coworkers' birthdays, and I have this idea, and hopefully it pans out for reals. Ooh, this smells awesome. Cinnamon scented. Anywho, I hope it plays out well. We'll see. I'm in the craft section because I'm looking for like popsicle sticks. Yay, there they are. I hope this works. I'm looking for Snickers, Paydays, and Kisses, and the shelves are pretty bare. They don't even have the mini ones. I may have to go to Walmart and get those multi-packs because I don't see him. He is home and all of his nicks and bruises have been fixed. So lovely. I've decided to name him Charlie. I think it's a boy. Little dude thinks it's a girl, so I'm going to name him Charlie. He can call her Charlotte or Charlene or whatever. But I just picked him up. He's nicely detailed. I have fingerprints on him already from the door. But yes, he's home. So one thing off my list. It's going to rain again. It's been raining all day. But I'm going to go inside because I'm going to put together a birthday project for my coworker. And let's see how crafty I am. Okay. So I'm going to show you guys what I picked up for the project. I picked up this little inflatable Make-A-Wish balloon. Picked up these foamy things that you stick flower picks in or other things. I picked up some of this Easter grass. I was going to say Halloween. I got this little, I was going to get a flower pot, but then I like the way this looked. And the reason I prefer this is because it's long. And I think it's going to look better with what I have planned. So I got this. I got some Scotch tape because I'm going to need to fasten some things or attach some things to the popsicle sticks. I got a twofer, a bow and a ribbon that I am going to attach like so, okay, to the balloon. And then I got her snacks. I didn't find the candy bars at Dollar Tree, so I ended up going to Dollar General. I have 3 Snickers and 3 Paydays. They're her absolute favorite. And she loves Cheetos. So that's the Yum Yum that we're going to put in there. And the theme of it all is tulips. Okay, so I printed these out at work. I printed out 2 sizes because I wanted initially to attach the candy bar to the flower. But I'm thinking, no, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick these in by themselves and then make an arrangement of the tulips. I printed out 2 sizes. I printed out these big Mama Jammas and then these smaller ones. And I think that might be too big because I want to get 6 of them in here. I think these might work better. These smaller ones. We'll see. Yeah. The smaller ones work better. So I'm going to cut those out, attach the little popsicle sticks to them, and then I'm going to attach popsicle sticks to the goodies. And then we're going to make a tulip bouquet, a tulip goodie bouquet. And the reason I chose tulips was because she is like me. She kind of has a brown thumb, but she likes plants and stuff. And she is so excited about her tulips. She had planted some tulips in the fall, the bulbs, and she's been taking care of them and babying them. And she is so excited because she cannot wait for them to start doing what they do in the tulip world. And she keeps talking about these tulips, and I thought it was really, really cute. But the sentiment behind this is until your real tulips bloom, happy birthday with these. Something along those lines. So until her real tulips bloom, she's going to have these. But let's see what the heck I can get myself into, or what I can do. Oh, but hold on. That's all for that snack. And then I picked up a few other little things just for us. I picked up some Optic White. This is the toothpaste that we use, and we're running out. And I could have gone to Walmart and got the big one, probably for cheaper, but I was already at Dollar Tree. And then I found another lipstick. This is the LA Colors called Dear Love. I do not have this one. Look at that. It's kind of like natural, but not a kind of pink, neutral. So stinking pretty. And then I got really excited when I saw these because I have one of these Chapstick Total Hydration Moisture Tint in a different shade. And I have about this much left, and it is so nice. It keeps all the crusties and flakies and alligator boca out, your alligator yap. Keeps it nice and smooth. And I don't have a lot left. And it gives just the prettiest little hint of color. And this one is called Hello Bordeaux. And it's this really pretty kind of reddish, red wine, almost brick color. So that's all and then I got little dude some Peeps for dessert. He is obsessed with Peeps. But okay, so let me get my scissors and get in on this project. So first thing I'm going to do is put in the foam. And I was going to unwrap it, but these leave kind of like a dust that I do not like. So I'm just going to leave them wrapped. I'm going to leave them wrapped. Now this one I'm going to have to unwrap because I'm not going to be able to fit all of them in here. I'm going to try and squeeze in 2 of these in here. So that's step numero uno. Okay, yeah, I really like these, but they crumble up something terrible. But they do mold very well. Oh, okay, well maybe I just need the one. So there's that. Okay. Now we're going to put in some Easter grass. Now I had wanted to look for some like Hershey's. You can usually find them in the fall though. The ones that are wrapped in like really pretty brown or gold. because I wanted to give the appearance of dirt, like the little tulips in dirt, but I couldn't find any, and I was getting tired. So I took advantage of all the Easter goodness and picked up some of this grass. But I'm just going to lay down a little bed of goodness. So we're going to set this aside, and now we're going to tape our popsicle sticks to our goodies. And I'm OCD, so I need to make sure that they're all in the same direction, the same direction. Okay, alrighty. So we're gonna tear into our little popsicle sticks, and I have my squishy tape, and we are gonna see what kind of shenanigans I can get myself into. Okay, okay. Explosion. Okay, so see, if I just do one, it's not long enough, so I may have to tape two of them together. And hopefully it holds. Hopefully it holds the weight of the candy bars. The Cheeto bags aren't going to be a problem, but I definitely want to make sure that my little sticks are tight enough that they can hold a candy bar. So let's try it, shall we? Yes, let's try it. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Do I want to only do the back or wrap it all around? Let's try this first. Okay. Another one. I'm going to do it right at the little seam. Okay, so here is our candy stick. Okay. Now, so let's see how low I want to go. Okay, I can always floof up the grass around it. So, okay, so I'm going to alternate. I'm going to do snicker, payday, snicker, payday, snicker, payday. So let's get on with the attach. What is all this dust on me? Let's go ahead and get our sticks and candies together. So here are all the little sticks, and now I'm going to attach the candy bars to them. So here are the candy bars, and I cannot tell you how hard it is for me to kind of sneak one away from myself and work with what's left, but I won't. Now I'm going to attach a popsicle stick to each little Cheeto bag, and I'm just going to do it down low because the bag's pretty sturdy. Like, it'll stand up by itself. So I'm going to do that, and then we're going to cut out our flowers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm just going to cut these out. So I'm going to double stick the little sticks together just because I want the stick long enough to stabilize the little flower head, because if I just put the popsicle stick from here down, the flower head's going to be all wiggly. So if I can attach two together, I can put it up a little higher and the little flower head won't be all wobbly. So we're going to do the tape and stick thing again for my flowers. You know what? I think it's kind of cute. I'm asking myself, if somebody were to give this to me, would I be happy? Would I like it? And honestly, I think so. It's coming together pretty cute, I think. We'll see. I still have the little balloon and a couple of other little things to do, but I'm going to go ahead and put these sticks together. Well, hold on. Let's see if my theory works. If I stick it up a little higher there, I need long enough stick that it'll stick in the foam. So I'm gonna The bottom of the flower will be here. Okay, that's how low I'll go. And it should work out okay. Let's find out. Let's find out. Oh, that might be too big a piece of tape. Get it in, get the crease, go across, fold the crease, and let's see. Yep, look at that. The little head ain't all down in the dumps. So let's do the rest of them. Now here is the trial and error part. I know I want the cheese toes to be in the corners. Okay. Cheese. Okay. I don't want to squish them. Okay. 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 Okay, so now I need to see how much room I have to work with because I have 6 little flowers and I already have them in the color order I want. So I'm going to start on either end as far over as I can get to make sure I have enough room. Now I don't want to cover the candy bars necessarily. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. So I'm going to start off on this end and then on this end. Okay. Now I'm going to push this one back a little further. Okay, and then this one will be up a little closer to the front. Okay. And then this one will be back a little further. Oh, my flower. Okay. And then the last little one towards the front. What y'all think so far? I like it. I like it. I'm like grinning. I'm really grinning. I like it. I think it's adorable. At this point, if somebody were to present this to me, I would really, really like it. And I was going to push the flowers down a little further, but no. Let the surprise come when she actually has it in her hand. You know what I mean? I like that. I like, aw, okay. There may be something to this whole crafty business. Okay, so now the last thing I'm going to do is attach the balloon. And I want to attach it in the center. So I manhandled the poor ribbon so much that it fell apart. So I ended up just tying each individual little ribbon in there. I really wanted to use this, but I can't figure it out. It won't stay. It stayed intact, but it won't stick. It won't stay. Unless I try and tie it through here. Maybe I will. But one thing I am for sure going to do is I'm going to add a 3rd bag of Cheetos. Because look at the way the back looks. You can see the spine. Granted, you'll still see the stick in the 3rd Cheeto bag. But at least you'll see more Cheetos. And another extra bag of Cheetos ain't going to hurt a Cheeto lover. So I'll go ahead and stick that in there. And see? It's better, right? It's better. And there it is. I wish the bow had turned out better, but I'm going to play around with it a little. Oh, you guys, I have to take a front forward picture. It's really cute. It really is. Who knew I had it in me? I didn't. That's really cute. So I'm going to see if I can attach this bow some kind of way. Just for that extra fullness. And then I'm done. Cellophane wrapper, I thought about that, but I couldn't find a cellophane bag small enough. And then I didn't want to crush the flowers. If I were to receive this, I would want to receive it like this. So let me play around with this bow a little. So I just ended up loop-de-looping the ribbon through here, giving it a little bit more fullness. So there we go. There we go. Let me take a picture. Let me take a picture so you all can see what the finished product looks like in real life.